Welcome. My name is Barney Reese. I am the author of How Blessed You Are in God's Promises. Today I'll talk to you about the concepts of the universe, becoming the best version of you. Sometimes you're trying so hard, and I'm going to give you some real examples today. For instance, I went to turn on my computer and my button broke on the thing. Well, I got upset for a few minutes. I had pretty much a hazmat class that I had to take, and I was using my phone or the computer, one of the two, because I had to get it done regardless. Well, the things that happened was my son came along. I said, "Son, can you help me?" He was able to turn it on without the button working. Now, why I use that example is sometimes things happen that don't seem to be falling in place. But as I always tell you, the cosmos, the creator of all that is and all that will be, is always helping you. And it's always helped you. You fought it. Sometimes you're trying so hard to do something, and you're doing everything you can to make it work, and nothing's working. Think of it like this. You've got your phone in front of your face. Can you see to your left or your right? Can you see ahead of you? Can you see what's going on in your life? If the answer is no, then you need to start working on that. Some of you will never do anything in your life because you will give up before you ever get started. Some of you will get mad about every little thing. Some of you will get angry when you see somebody get a house and you didn't get one. You're living in a mobile home. Maybe you're renting. You still can't afford a home. But what you don't know, and what I'm supposed to teach you, is if you see somebody with a house, be happy for them. And tell the Creator that you are so happy that they got their home. What you don't know is that home that they're looking at, that they just got, one day you will have it too. That car that's passing by there with the old man in the Corvette, if that's what you wanted, one day you can have one too. That job that you think is impossible and you don't think you can ever get it, one day you'll have it too. Everything already exists. You just never knew. You're living in an energy universe. That means everything can be manifested in your life, good or bad. Whatever you're sending to the universe is sending back to you. Some of you say, "This stuff, I don't understand it. This is not real." Well, if you read your Bible, it's real. If you read any spiritual guide, you're going to learn that they all have one thing in common. They're always telling you different ways to do things. Sometimes it's concentration. Sometimes it's meditation. Sometimes it's prayer. It's slowing down long enough so that you can visualize, see it, imagine it, feel it, and do it. Some of you won't write nothing down, so what are you planning in life? Some of you won't wipe down what you wrote. Some of you won't do anything, but you're mad because your life hasn't changed. Some of you have worked at McDonald's or some low-end job for all your life, and you've never picked up a book. Did you know YouTube is full of information for free? Did you know the best thing you could possibly do is learn about financial education? Learn about how finances are done. Don't get mad at the rich. Learn what they're doing that makes them different than you. Learn that you have to live within your means. Learn that a car loses 50% of its value within the first 5 years. I don't care what kind of car it is. Learn that a home may go up in value. Learn that land may go up in value depending on where it's at. Some people buy land, 20 acres, and put trees on it. They may have 40 acres, 60 acres, whatever, and they put trees on it, pine trees or whatever, and then later on they sell them. That happens all the time. So these are things that you can do. But if you're having trouble in an area in your life, stop and trust that the universe is always helping you. Something is fixing to happen that you cannot understand. You don't understand why things are going the way they are. There's always a reason. Sometimes that reason is how you may meet your next mate. You may get your better job. You may get an idea that makes you $1 million. You may get the car of your dreams. You may get the home of your dreams. You may have all your dreams come true. But you have to focus on those dreams and those desires of your heart for them to happen, to manifest into your life. You have to let things go that don't help you anymore. You give people chances, but if they don't want your help, then you leave them there and trust that the cosmos is going to help them at a later date. There's a lot of people that want to bring somebody and fix somebody. Instead of fixing them, fix you. Work on yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, financially, health-wise, and emotionally for the rest of your life. Just a little bit, 1% if nothing else per day. And watch what you do, or just anything, and watch what you do in 100 days. If you did 1% every day, that would be 100% in 100 days. If you did it for 365 days, that would be 365%. Just 1% per day. That's 1 page per day. That's 1 great thought for a day. You can only have a good or a bad thought. Think about all the good you can do in the world. Try to make this heaven on earth if you can't feel good about nothing about yourself. Try to make it better for others around you. Be happy when you get to do something. Be happy when you get to give back. Be happy that you get to do something that nobody can do. And here's an example. There was a man that used to train in martial arts with us. And he got to the point that they would train out in the weather. Cold weather. And the masters at the time said, if you get cold, you can come inside. But he closed his eyes and he was meditating in the winter. And it was cold outside and it was really bad. And he looked up and he opened his eyes after meditating for a long period of time and looked around and nobody was there. But what nobody knows is when he went into special training for his degree that he was going for in special forces and law enforcement, he used that. I was the only one that could do that. He used that little bit of discipline that he was able to do to push him through to the other edge. You've all got talents. You've all got things that you're able to do, but most of you will never do them. Use what you've been taught. Some of you are great at martial arts. Some of you are boxers. Some of you are runners. Some of you are weightlifters. Some of you are just phenomenal in music. Some of you can do so many things. And yet, you don't realize all that you're able to do. And you can use that to your advantage. Some of you are very intelligent, so that means when you take a class, you just sweep through it. You can use that in your life too, as I'm one of the smartest people around. I know this, and this. And don't use it to be arrogant, but use it to propel you to the next level. Some of you have got ideas that's going to make you a lot of money if you pursue them. Nothing in this universe comes by accident. Nothing. No person that you meet, nothing that you do comes by accident. I don't care if it's a scammer on the internet. You met them for a reason. Sometimes it's a lesson, but you met them for a reason. So look at that as a reason and try to decipher what that reason was that you met that person. And don't worry about what you can't do nothing about. If you want to have less gray hairs in your head, it's very simple. You only focus on things that you can do, and you can only work in NOW now. Not the past, not the present. When you understand all of this, you start to understand just how wonderful this world can truly be. Some of you are focused on all the negativity around you. And guess what? That's what you send the universe. I need more of this. I need more depression. I need more anger. I need more sadness. I need more heartbreak. I need all the things that you can give me that make me feel terrible every day. Instead, focus on all the positive things around you. Learn gratitude. It will raise your altitude. It will raise your cells out of your energy out of your cells. They'll vibrate, get to the top of your head, and you'll do magical things in your life. You'll say, how is this possible? And trust me, this actually works. These videos that I'm doing are not fiction. People do it every day. I wanted to know how they did it, and I just was lucky to run across it. So every video is life-changing if you apply it to your life. Some of you say, I can't save $1. Save a penny out of every dollar. You can double, triple, quadruple. 10% is the great number. Somebody said, I'm going to pay my pastor every time he goes. Well, give him 10%. Put 10% in your butt and give the other 10% away or something else. Learn to take care of you first, and then you'll be able to take care of others. Always pay yourself in anything you do. Try to find ways out of debt. Debt is not a great thing if it's not good debt. Good debt is when you buy a home and you're renting it out and it's paying for itself and you're making a profit on it. That's good debt. But if you buy a home and you're paying on it and you're living in it, then that's bad debt. That's not an asset, that's a liability. As always, love yourself, for you truly are well loved. Thank you. Goodbye.